after that, and that was indeed the case. Very hot, very sticky start to this game here at the Shark Tank. That one able to find the zone. Count will even up 1-1 to the lefty Williams. And another lefty, the DH Colby Thorndike in the on-deck circle for the Mingos. Ethan Burkhart in the hole. He will be batting from the right side as he always does. 1-1 pitch. That went outside for ball 2. Williams with a couple walks in yesterday's loss against the Lexington County Blowfish. Mingos gave up 6 runs in the first 2 innings, when it ended up being a 7-5 loss. The pitch, that went downstairs for ball 3. Williams coming into today's game batting .319 on the season, on base .407, slugging .426. Was 0 for 3, but did have a couple walks last night. The pitch, that one fouled straight back, and the count will run full. I was told before the game by a few members of the Sharks Bottom of the first here in Wilmington, it will be Logan Voles, the righty, starting for the Mingos tonight. He's making his first start of the season. All 9 of his appearances this year have an ERA of 1.96, a record of 3. Defensively for the Flamingos tonight, infield going from left to right, starting at third base. Ethan Burkhart, Anthony Quigley, Malloy Hegney, and Enrique Alvarez at first base. It'll be Jackson Schoenig behind the dish. In the outfield going left to right, Tanner Donati in left, Paulie Mancino right in front of me in center field, and Josh Williams in right. So first pitch to the lefty, Connor Powell, is hit towards second. It gets past the diving Hegney into Mancino in center field. Runners will move station to station. First two batters on for Wilmington. So that'll bring up the first baseman, Cam Sudo, for the Sharks. Has runners on second and first to work with. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Sudo has played in 21 games with the Sharks. He is batting .234 on the season so far. Has 3 doubles to his name and a couple of homers as well. That one hit into right field, into foul territory. That is where it will land, a loud foul ball off the bat of Cam Sudo, and we'll start off 0-1. Allig at second base. He does not have a stolen base attempt this season. Has a decent lead in scoring position. The pitch, a slider, missing slightly outside, and the count will even up at 1-1. Hegney at second, creeping towards the bag. Now retreats. The 1-1 pitch is hit very well into left field. That is up and out of here. A 3-run home run for Cam Sudo, and the Sharks up early in this one, 3-0. That is home run number 3 for Cam Sudo this season. Now up to 9 RBIs on the year. And that one you certainly knew was getting out off of his bat. Flamingos now up to 8 home runs allowed on the year, and have now given up a home run in back-to-back games. Also gave one up in Saturday night's shortened and suspended game at Lexington County. First pitch to the DH, Jacob Tobias, missing the zone. Will start off 1-0. Tobias batting .235 this season as he swings through that for strike 1. He does have 35 strikeouts, so has been a bit of a concern for him this season. He leads the Sharks in strikeouts as he swings through that for strike 2. So far, very reminiscent start of yesterday's ball game against Lexington County. The Flamingos' other all-star pitcher, Ethan Salek, giving up 6 runs in 2 innings. 1-2 pitch, that one called strike 3. A good breaking pitch from Logan Voles, clipping the outside corner. First out, first strikeout of the day for Voles. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. So I'll bring up the shortstop, Waylon Walsh, for Wilmington. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases empty. Sharks up 3-0 after the 3-run home run from Cam Sudo. First pitch in the zone for strike 1. And as I mentioned towards the beginning of this broadcast, is that a 0-1 pitch is called for strike 2. The ballpark plays big here at Hardee Stadium. It's typically known as a pitcher's park. Typically don't see a lot of power here, as that 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Logan Voles. So it'd certainly take a shot to get one over the fence here at Hardee, but Sudo was able to do just that. You also wonder if the time of this game plays a little bit of a factor as well. Most games here played at 7 o'clock at night. Don't see a ton of day games as the first pitch to Andre Vidal drops down. He swings through it for strike one. We have to wonder if the earlier 10:45 start to today's ball game will allow the ball to carry more than it usually would. Looks like the wind is blowing slightly in as that 0-1 pitch creeps in the zone. It'll be no balls and 2 strikes to the righty Vidal. Yeah, according to the American flag and right center, the wind is blowing in slightly, so definitely a good shot. 0-2 pitch. That one hit up the middle. That will get down into shallow center field. A 2-out, 2-strike single for Andre Vidal, and a Shark on board.
Now batting left fielder, number 22 from East Stroudsburg, Chase Albus.
So with 1 on and 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, the left fielder Chase Albus will dig in for the first time today, coming from East Stroudsburg University in Pennsylvania. I know a very good photographer that goes there, as that is fouled down the left field line into the corner of the bleachers set up there. It will get knocked down there, and the count will start 0-1 to the lefty Albus. Albus batting .250 this year in 18 games, has 1 double and 1 homer, 4 RBIs on the season so far. Bulls able to find the zone again. It'll be an 0-2 count to Chase Albus. So Vols 1 strike away from striking out the side to start off his outing. Can he do it? Not on that pitch. That one a little inside and a little upstairs as well. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the lefty Albus. Tommy Sheridan, the catcher, waiting in the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch from Vols. That one running outside, and the count will even up. Albus with 7 walks and 18 strikeouts in the CPL season. It is an even 2-2 count. The pitch from Vols. Runner goes. He swings through it anyway for strike number 3. So Vols able to strike out the side, but damage done by the Wilmington Sharks. A 3-run home run from Cam Pseudo puts them on top, 3-0 after 1. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the second inning here at the Shark Tank. The DH Colby Thorndike leading things off for the Mingos, looking to get on the board and dig into the 3-run deficit. A 3-run home run from Cam Pseudo has been the difference so far today. Tyler Stilson remaining in a pitch for Wilmington. First pitch swung on and missed, and we'll start off 0-1 to the lefty Thorndike. Thorndike 0 for 5 yesterday. He did reach on an error once, though, and was able to get a stolen base and score a run. 0-1 pitch, downstairs, and the count evens up. Thorndike, coming from Coastal Carolina, was the starting first baseman for most of the season for the Chanticleers. And an outstanding year. They ended up as the national runner-up. They lost to LSU in the College World Series Championship Series. That one hit into left center gap. A running grab made by Albus in left field. And that is how the second inning will begin. That would have been extra bases for sure if Albus did not get a great jump on it and make the grab right at the beginning of the warning track here in the left center gap. 1 up, 1 down to start off the top of the second. The dimensions here at Buck Hardee Stadium actually deeper than Carolina Bank Field, as the first pitch to Ethan Burkhardt is swung through for strike 1. It is 336 down the left field line, 366 in center, and 339 in right field. It's usually a tall fence. It shortens up in right field as the pitch misses low and out to Burkhardt. Will even up at 1-1. That area behind the shortened right field fence is known as the Land Shark Landing. Land Shark as in the beer. You can see the branding with the flags and a few tables there as well. 1-1, that one missing downstairs. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike to the righty Ethan Burkhardt. There's some ominous clouds around the stadium here in Wilmington. There were quite a few members of the Sharks dugout making their way up the first base line, and now they're retreating back to the dugout. 2-1 pitch, that one able to clip the low and outside part of the zone. Count evens up 2-2 against the third baseman Burkhardt. Burkhardt did not play last night, played in game 1 of the doubleheader on Sunday. That one is hit towards the shortstop, getting past Walsh. No attempt from him. It will be a single for Ethan Burkhardt, the first hit and base runner of the day for Florence. It's a good piece of hitting from the righty Burkhardt with 2 strikes on him, able to get one in the field of play over the middle and past the shortstop Waylon Walsh. So I'll bring up the first baseman Enrique Alvarez. First pitch to him, called strike 1. Alvarez played in both games in Sunday's doubleheader at Peninsula. Was a defensive substitution late in game 1, as that one is swung through for strike number 2. A breaking pitch low and outside. No balls and 2 strikes to Alvarez. In game 2 of Sunday's doubleheader, Alvarez went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. So 0-2 counts to lefty Alvarez. The pitch, that one hit towards the mound. He goes to second for 1 to throw to first, is not in time. Kind of a slower throw from the pitcher Tyler Stilson towards second base. If he made a stronger throw on a straight line, there would have been a good chance that they could have turned the double play, but instead a little bit of an arcer towards second, but accurate enough to get that out. I think Stilson was more focused on getting the leading runner out rather than getting 2 of them. The first pitch to Jackson Chonik is fouled back, and we'll start off with an 0-1 count. Runner on first base for the Mingos, down 3-0. Pitch outside for ball 1. Chonek also not playing in last night's ball game. Stowe Rogers caught for him instead. Played in game 2 of Sunday's doubleheader. Went 1 for 2 with a single. The pitch. That one hit towards the right side of the field, getting past the second baseman Vidal. Runners will move station to station. Runners on second and first for the Mingos. So hit number 3 of the season for Jackson Chonek. He improves his average to 250. He's now 3 for 12 on the season. And a couple runners on for the lefty Terrence Donati. Two outs here in the top of the second inning. 2 runners on for the Mingos. Looking to get their first run of today's ball game. First pitch to Donati, called strike 1. Donati batting .205 this season. He has 6 RBIs so far. Pitch to him, that one fouled back, weakly behind home plate, and the count will go to 0-2. So Mingo's down to the last out of the inning. Tyler Stilson looking for his first strikeout of his outing. He is 1 strike away from doing just that. Loy Hegney settling in the on-deck circle, an 0-2 count to the left fielder Tanner Donati. And the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So strikeout number 1 for Stilson today ends the top of the second. Mingos leave a couple of runners on, heading into the bottom of 2. Mingos down 3-0 here on Flamingo Radio. Bottom of the second here in Wilmington. Mingo's down 3-0. The 8-hole hitter Tommy Sheridan leading things off for the Sharks. Logan Voles remaining in to pitch. That one low and outside. A half swing. Did he go? He did not. And we'll start off 1-0 to the righty Sheridan. Catcher has played in 4 games with Wilmington this season. Batting .182 on the year, is 2 for 11. It's a 1-0 pitch, missing the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to Tommy Sheridan. It's kind of a tale of 2 halves in the first inning of work for Logan Voles, as that one finds the inside part of the plate for strike 1. First half wasn't so good. Couple singles from Alec and Powell, and then 3-run home run from Cam Sudo. That pitch missing a little outside. It'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to Sheridan. So first 3 batters all scored off of the home run. And since then, a couple strikeouts. That one is hit towards the shortstop Quigley. He'll make a running throw. It is in time for out number 1. And even after a 2-out single from Andre Vidal in the bottom of the first, Vols was able to get strikeout number 3 on Chase Albus. And so far with an effective start in his second inning of work, he gets a ground out from Tommy Sheridan. Now the bottom of the order, Jason Coley up for the Sharks. Pitch number 1, he squared around a bunt. Yeah, he did go around, was not able to make contact. He'll start off 0-1. It's kind of an interesting setup here at Buck Hardee Field. There are no dirt base paths in between home and first and home and third, as that pitch is in for strike 2. So that would allow the Sharks to square around, try to bunt one down either the first or third base lines often, as the ball will die sooner. So that pitch is downstairs for ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cully. Now I was told that's something the Sharks utilize often, is that bunt play to try to get on and try to catch the opposition defenders a little off guard. But with a 1-2 count, I don't think that'll be happening here. The pitch to Cully, swung on and missed for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Logan Vols. 2 up, 2 down to start off the bottom of the second.
Now batting third baseman, number 39 from Kennesaw State, Wes Allen.
So the lineup flips over for the Sharks. Wesley Allig digging in for the second time tonight. Had a leadoff single to start off the bottom of the first. It's pretty much right over second base. First pitch from Vols. A bouncer just over the plate, and we'll start off 1-0. Alec came into tonight's game batting 188 on the season. It's just in his 6th game with Wilmington. Vols able to find the zone. The count will even up 1-1. Alex still looking for his first RBI this season, as that one is chopped down the third base line. Will die right in front of the Flamingo dugout, and the count will go to 1-2. Flamingo infield playing back. Normal defensive positioning for the Mingo outfield. 1-2 pitch. That one shot down third base line. A nice play made by Burkhardt at third. To throw to first is in time. A nice play from Ethan Burkhardt at the hot corner. Quick reflexes and a strong throw to first base for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Logan Vols. After 2, Mingo still down 3-0. Malloy Hegney digging in for the first time tonight to start off inning number 3 here at the Shark Tank. And appropriately, right as I say that, a light rain shower starting to creep in here at Hardee Stadium. Really hope that does not come down any harder than it is right now. First pitch from the righty, Stilson, is flowing down the right field line. Will go down to foul ball. No balls and 1 strike to the righty, Hegney. Hegney looking to recover after yesterday's game. He went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts against Lexington County. Looking to get on base here to start off the 3rd. Pitch, a curveball in the zone for strike 2. So Stilson up 0-2, up early on the righty, Hegney, as the rain's starting to drizzle down a little harder. 0-2, that one called, strike 3. That one able to clip the outside part of the zone. Maybe a little too far outside from my perspective, but definitely close enough to be called a strike, at least in my opinion. So 1 up, 1 down to start off the 3rd inning. Lineup flips over. Paulie Mancino up for the Mingos. First pitch to him called strike 1. Mancino 0 for 1 today. He flew out to left fielder Chase Albus in his lone at bat. 0-1. That one, a bouncer getting past the catcher Sheridan into the backstop. The count will even up 1-1 to the righty Mancino. Rain easing up a little bit here in Wilmington. Still a light drizzle coating the field here at Hardee Stadium. A 1-1 count, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Mingo's down 3-0. The pitch clubbed down the first base line. Is it fair? It is. At least 1 for Mancino. He turns first, heading into 2nd. He will slide in. A hustle double for Paulie Mancino. His first extra base hit of the season. And the Mingos have a runner in scoring position. With the way Mancino has played so far, you would not think that it has taken 22 games for him to get an extra base hit, but he has now done just that with the hustle single and the blooper into right field. So runner on 2nd base with the shortstop Anthony Quigley now up. First pitch, he squares around and pulls away. It was a wise decision as the pitch is outside for ball 1. Stilson making his 4th start and 6th appearance of the CPL season. That's on 16 1/3 as Quigley squares around again and pulls away for ball 2. Stilson with an ERA of 3.85 coming into tonight's game. Has 10 walks and 18 strikeouts, a record of 2-0. 2-0. That one hit towards the shortstop wall. She looks back, Mancino at 2nd, and will make the throw to 1st for out number 2. So with the runner on 2nd and 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, Mingos will bring up the right fielder Josh Williams for the 2nd time tonight. Williams' last time up, he ended the top of the 1st, popping out to the pitcher Stilson in foul territory down the 3rd base line. First pitch from the righty. That one low for ball 1. Mingos with an opportunity to bring a runner home, looking to dig into the 3-run deficit. They left a couple runners on base in the last inning. 1-0 pitch. That one fouled straight back and the count evens up. Flames has been one of the better hitters in the Flamingo batting order. Has 8 RBIs this season and 4 extra base hits. 3 of them being doubles. He has 1 triple so far. Could certainly use another one here. The pitch. That one missing the zone. Count will go to 2 balls and 1 strike. Colby Thorndike on deck. Ethan Burkhart in the hole for the Mingos. 2-1 count to the lefty Williams. The pitch from Stilson is swung through. Count will even up 2-2. A nice crowd continuing to fill in here at the Shark Tank. Many different kids groups and church camps and summer camps all out here tonight. 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the third. A pitch to Josh Williams outside for ball 3. Looks like a cutter or a two-seam out of the right hand of Tyler Stilson. That one breaking way outside to the left-handed Williams. So full count to him. Payoff pitch coming. Here it is. And that one pretty much an identical pitch and called strike 3. Well, frankly, I didn't think that was strike 3, but the home plate umpire disagreed, so that will end the inning. Mingos leave a runner on second, heading into the bottom of the third. Mingos remain down by 3. Connor Powell leading things off for the Sharks as we enter the bottom of the third. 2-3-4 due up for Wilmington in their batting order. First pitch from Logan Voles, missing the zone for ball number 1. Since Cam Sudo's 3-run home run in the first, there's only been one Wilmington Shark to reach base. It was Andre Vidal with a single. As that pitch is swung through, count will even up at 1-1. Since then, 4 strikeouts from Logan Voles. The pitch, that one flown down the left field line, and it will be caught by Tanner Donati for out number 1, about a step or 2 away from the foul line. So 1 up, 1 down to start off the bottom of the third for Voles and the Mingos. It'll be the first baseman Cam Sudo digging in. Sudo has been the difference so far. A 3-run home run in the left center gap his last time up. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. Start off 0-1. Not exactly sure how far that homer was from Sudo. But the gaps here aren't too deep, as that pitch is in for strike 2. About 366 to dead center, much shorter than the 400 feet to dead center in Carolina Bank Field. 0-2. That one crushed down the third base line past Ethan Burkhart into left field. Second hit of the day for Cam Sudo. This one a single and a runner on board for Wilmington. So runner on first, one out for the DH, Jacob Tobias. Tobias is 0 for 1 today. He struck out looking in his only time up. First pitch coming from the righty Vols. That one fouled straight back for strike number 1. Sudo at first base is 4 for 5 on stolen base attempts this season. Has a few steps of a lead at first. That one is fouled down the third base line. Way foul. No balls and 2 strikes to the lefty Tobias. Waylon Walsh in the on-deck circle. Andre Vidal in the hole. 0-2 pitch. That one called a strike 3 on the outside corner. My bad. I was kind of waiting for the call. It was a little bit of a delayed call from the home plate umpire, but it was indeed in the zone. Vols now up to 5 strikeouts in his outing. And 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The shortstop Waylon Walsh digging in. He is also 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He struck out swinging. Pitch, called strike 1. With this being an early start, is the only game going on across the Coastal Plain League right now, as that is right into the glove of the first baseman Enrique Alvarez. Got it on the short hop and takes it himself for out number 3. So quick inning of work for Logan Vols. After 3, Mingos remain down 3-0. Top of the 4th here in Wilmington, North Carolina. The designated hitter Colby Thorndike leading things off for the Mingos. Tyler Stilson remaining in to pitch for Wilmington through 3 innings. Has given up just 3 hits. Has no walks and 3 strikeouts. He still has not given up a run. First pitch to Thorndike in the zone. And we'll start off with an 0-1 count. Thorndike 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left fielder Albus his last time up. He swings through that for strike 2. Thorndike batting over 300 with the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers this past college season, looking for his first hit with the Mingos. 0-2 pitch, missing low for ball 1. It is Thorndike, Burkhart, and Alvarez due up for the Mingos here in the top of the 4th inning. A 1-2 count. And the pitch. Chopped right in front of the pitcher's mound. And that one, that rolling foul. And it'll go down as a foul ball. Count will remain 1-2. I guess that's a little bit of a challenge broadcasting from center field compared to behind a home plate. A ball like that, it looked to me like it was bouncing like right in front of the pitcher's mound, but it didn't go maybe out of the batter's box circle around a home plate. Just creeping down the first base line, was much closer to the catcher than it was the pitcher, and ended up rolling foul anyway. Kind of a risky play from the catcher Sheridan, but the gamble paid off. 1-2. That one cutting outside is fouled down the third base line, right to the on-deck hitter Burkhart. Count will once again remain 1-2. Mingo's looking to get the leadoff man on for the second straight inning. That one hammered down the right field line, but foul. Man, if that was just a few inches further left, would have gotten past the first baseman Sudo. That would have been extra bags for sure for the lefty Thorndike. But instead, it'll go down as a hard hit foul ball, and we'll do this dance again. 1-2 pitch. That one taken for ball 2. Stilson coming from Case Western Reserve in Northeast Ohio. 2-2. That one fouled straight back, and count will once again remain even. So Stilson, evidently incredibly smart. That's a really, really good school at Case Western Reserve. And is pitching very well so far today. Through 3 innings, has not given up a run, only 3 hits. 2-2. That one fouled off again. And once again, even 2-2 count to Thorndike. Up to 8 pitches in the at-bat so far. We are waiting on pitch number 9. Thorndike certainly doing a good job of staying in there and staying alive. 60th pitch from the pitcher Stilson. That one lifted into right field. Thorndike was a little under it, and the catch will be made by Jason Coley for out number 1. It was well hit by Thorndike. Was just under it. If he straightened it out just a little, that very likely would have gone over the right field wall, or at least approached it, but instead it'll go down as a fly out. 1 up, 1 down to start off inning number 4. Now with the third baseman Ethan Burkhart up. First pitch from Stilson, called strike 1. Across the CPL today and tonight, this is the only game going on currently. Mingo's down 3-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Up next at 6:30, we got 4 games, including the Wilson Tobbs, as fouled back for strike 2. Heading to Greenville to take on the Yard Gnomes. Also the Boone Bigfoots heading to Asheboro to take on the Zookeepers. And a battle between the 2 best teams in the Western Division, the Lexington County Blowfish heading to Forest City to take on the Owls at McNair Field. As that 0-2 pitch misses outside for ball 1. And also at 6:30, the Holly Springs Salamanders taking on the Moorhead City Marlins. And the last game of the night, the nightcap, if you can call it that, at 7 o'clock, the HP Thomasville High Toms heading to Macon to take on the Bacon. 1-2 pitch, that one misses low and outside. Count will even up at 2-2. Burkhart today 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. He's looking for hit number 2 here. 2-2 pitch from Stilson. That one outside. The count runs full. Burkhart's done a pretty good job of getting on base. Has 7 walks this season and 3 hit by pitches, an on-base percentage of .373. Payoff pitch, that one skied into foul territory down the first base line, and that will land behind the Sharks dugout, and the count will remain full. So a couple of long at-bats to start out the inning. This at-bat up to 6 pitches. The first one going to 10, that one called strike 3. Burkhart thought it was ball 4. He flipped his bat towards the Flamingo dugout, started to make a step or two towards first base. The home plate umpire disagreeing. He said it got the outside part of the plate. So Burkhart will pick up his bat on the way to the Flamingo dugout. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. That one hit right into the glove of Stilson. He will take it himself and flip it to first for out number 3. So Mingos go down in order heading into the bottom of the 4th here in Wilmington. Mingos still down 3-0. Vidal, Albus, and Sheridan due up for the Sharks as we enter the bottom of the 4th here at the Shark Tank. Mingos down 3-0. A 3-run home run from Cam Sudo in the first inning has been the difference so far. The only scoring we have seen here tonight. Logan Voles in his 4th inning of work. First pitch to Vidal, swung on and missed for strike number 1. Since that home run in the first inning, Voles has only given up 2 hits, not allowed a run, has 5 strikeouts. That pitch misses the zone. Count will even up at 1-1. It really has been the first 3 batters of the bottom of the 1st. That has been the only difference of the game so far. Outside of that, it has been very evenly played. I feel like the score for this game 3-0 is a little misleading, to be quite honest with you. So that 1-1 pitch is swung through, 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Vidal. 1-2 pitch, that one swung on and missed for strike 3. A slider from Logan Voles. It ended up in the opposite batter's box, but Vidal went at it and missed for strike number 3. So Voles now up to 6 strikeouts in his outing. Has been very, very good for the Mingos so far. Just a couple of blips to start off this game. First pitch to Chase Albus. That one missing downstairs. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes to the lefty. Albus is 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging his last time up. That ended the first inning. 1-0. That one hit down the left field line. Is it fair? It is not. And the count will even up. That certainly would have been trouble if that landed in fair territory. There's definitely not a lot of space in between the foul line and the fence down the left field line. There is more down the right field line, because that is where space opens up for the Sharks bullpen. 1-1 pitch. That one just missing a little low for ball 2. It's kind of an interesting setup bullpen-wise. The Sharks bullpen is in the field of play, similar to how the San Francisco Giants have it, or how the Oakland Athletics used to have it. As that 2-1 pitch misses the zone, it'll be 3 balls and 1 strike to Albus. Or how the Rays used to have it out as well in Tropicana Field. 3-1, that one way outside. It'll be the first walk given up by Voles today. Albus will make his way towards first base. So as the Sharks set up down the right field line, the Mingos set up down the left field line is a little different. It's not even like down the fence. There's like space in between for stands and picnic tables and whatnot for people to sit down and watch the game. And the bullpen is way back there. I think the only person that has a view that could watch the game and watch the bullpen is honestly me. As that first pitch to Tommy Sheridan is called a strike, it'll be an 0-1 count to the righty. There is a lefty warming up in the Flamingo bullpen. I can't tell exactly who it is, can't find a number, but there is somebody warming up, getting ready. As the 0-1 pitch finds the zone, no balls and 2 strikes to Sheridan. Pulls a strike away from strikeout number 7. He's rolling so far. Can he continue it here? Runner goes from first. The pitch missing the zone, and a free 90 feet for Chase Albus. A little bit of a bobble on the transfer from Jackson Chonik. So runner in scoring position for the Wilmington Sharks, and a 1-2 count to the catcher Tommy Sheridan. Jason Coley in the on-deck circle. 1-2 pitch, slider. Missing the zone for ball 2. Certainly didn't miss by very much, was just a little downstairs, but a very competitive pitch from Voles regardless. So the count evens up at 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Voles, now up to 7 on the day. It'll be up to the 9-hole hitter, Jason Culley, to keep the inning alive for Wilmington. Culley is 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging in the 2nd. First pitch from Voles. Downstairs, getting by the catcher Chonik. Looks like he got the home plate umpire as well. Ricocheting down the side. Another free 90 feet for Chase Albus. He goes into 3rd. There's a quick break on the field to check in on the home plate umpire. He's shaking everyone off, so it looks like he is going to be okay. There's also Chonik visiting with his pitcher Voles on the pitcher's mound. And it'll be a full meeting on the mound as well. I can't tell if it's Logan Ross or Tyson Ellis that is talking with Voles. A quick chat with his pitcher. Give him some quick words of encouragement before trying to get this third out. Voles has thrown 61 pitches so far tonight. 42 of them have been for strikes. He has done a really, really good job of pounding the strike zone. And outside of the first 3 batters that he faced, it has been very, very effective. But a couple of off pitches, a couple of bouncing pitches that are ricocheting across the catcher Chonik have allowed Wilmington to get a potential another run 90 feet away. He is at third, is Chase Albus there. A 1-0 count to Cully. He swings and misses for strike number 1. Bulls kind of pulled the chair from under him. A lot of late break on that last pitch. So 1-1 count. That one hit towards second base. Off the short hop, it is Hegney. The throw to first base is in time. So Hegney able to recover and make the play. Mingo's stranding a Shark runner at third base after 4. They remain down 3-0. Seven, 8, 9 due up in the Flamingo order as we enter the top half of inning number 5. Jackson Chonik leading things off is 1 for 1 today with a single. That came in the second inning. Tyler Stilson remaining in the pitch. And pitch number 1 is fouled back. We'll start off 0-1. Stilson up to 69 pitches in his outing today. It has been a very nice outing for the righty. Stilson has given up just 3 hits through 4 innings, has thrown shutout ball. 0-1, I should say. That one outside, and the count will even up at 1-1. Stilson still has not given up a walk, and he has 4 strikeouts to his name today. 1-1 pitch to Chonik. That one hit towards right field, and an easy enough play for Jason Cully. He will make the grab for out number 1. didn't have to move too much, a little closer towards center field, but he made the grab, 1 up, 1 down to start off inning number 5. So that'll bring up the left fielder, Donati. He is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the second. That was the first strikeout for Tyler Stilson today. He's up to 4 so far. So that pitch running outside will start off 1-0. It appears that some of the kids groups are starting to scatter off, but a lot of them are in the outfield, so I'm guessing that there is some type of between inning activity that will be happening with much of the kids in attendance of today's ball game. Donati swinging through the last pitch. Count evens up at 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Base is empty. And that one skied into right field. Coley will be charging in and will catch it for out number 2. Jason Coley has been a busy man in this inning. Back-to-back fly balls in his direction. One closer towards the right center gap in the first at bat, then in the last one to Donati, the opposite direction. It had to charge in and take over the triangle of right, second, and first. 2 outs, 2 catches for Coley in the 5th inning. The 9-hole hitter Malloy Hegney digging in. First pitch from Stilson, that one landing outside. Start off 1-0. There is action in the Wilmington bullpen. Someone beginning to warm up in the very, very early stages of that. Pitch. That one fouled back. Count will go to 1-1. Hegney playing in his 6th game with the Flamingos. Is now 2 for 18 with his time in Florence. 1-1. One fouled back again, pretty much in the same spot as the last pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the righty Hegney. Mingo's down to their last strike. He does have some pop though. One of his hits this season was a triple. So extra bases are possible. The pitch, that one hit towards the right side. That will get through into right field. A 2 out, 2 strike single for Malloy Hegney. The Mingos have a runner on. The lineup flips over. Paulie Mancino up for the 3rd time tonight. He flew out to the left fielder Albus in his first at bat and got a hustle double his last time up. That one a blooper into right field. Wasn't the hardest hit ball in the world from Mancino his last time up, but it was perfectly placed and he really just never stopped running. You noticed that no one was covering second base and just went ahead and took it. First pitch was outside, is a 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 from Stilson. That one finding the outside part of the zone for strike number 1. Stilson up to 80 pitches today. 53 of them have been for strikes. Just 27 have been balls. Throw back to first base. Not quite in time. Hegney able to get back. Hegney does have 1 stolen base this season. 1-1. That one fouled back towards the upper part of the protective netting behind home plate. Mingo's once again down to their last strike of the inning. Stilson has 4 strikeouts tonight. He's looking for number 5 to end the top of the 5th. 1-2 pitch to Mancino. That one outside for ball 2. Runner goes. The throw from the catcher, not in time. Hardee will advance into scoring position. And the count will be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Paulie Mancino. Heads up base running from Hardee on that last pitch. He went immediately, kind of caught the catcher Sheridan off guard. 2-2 count to Mancino. The pitch. That one roped into right field. That will get down just over the second baseman Vidal. Hardee being waved around. The throw cut off. The Mingos are on the board. It has been a good day for Paulie Mancino. An RBI single for him. And it trims the deficit to 2 runs. And another 2-out rally developing for the Florence Flamingos. That has certainly been the theme offensively for Florence the past week or so. I mean, really, ever since we got back from the All-Star break and the immediate games before that as well. Shortstop Anthony Quigley up. First pitch, called strike 1. Not only a 2-out rally, it's kind of a 2-strike rally as well. Both Hardee and Mancino had 2 strikes on him before they got their hits. 0-1, that one upstairs. Count evens up to the shortstop Quigley. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Mingo's now down 3-1. Tying run up. Pitch. That one hit towards right field. That will get down. One hops the right fielder Cully. Mancino going first to third, and now Quigley stuck in a pickle. Throw to the first baseman. Now Mancino stuck in between third and home. Throw to third base. And they're trying to get Mancino. He is still caught in between. The throw home, and now he is tagged out. An odd ending to the top half of the 5th inning. A few base running miscues will end the inning, but the Mingos able to get on the board. An RBI single from Paulie Mancino trims the deficit to 2 runs heading into the bottom of the 5th. Mingos down 2 here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the order up for Wilmington, Wesley Allig up for the third time tonight as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch is outside for ball number 1. Mingo's able to get one across in the top half of the inning as that pitch misses for ball 2. An RBI single from Paulie Mancino trims the deficit to 2 runs. That 2-0 pitch called a strike, 2-1 count to the righty Alec. He is 1 for 2 today. He singled in the first. That one hit down the third base line, but foul. Landing just beyond the Flamingo dugout. Count will even up at 2-2. And here is the 2-2 pitch. That one hit towards the left side, past it, diving Quigley at short into left field. It will be picked up by Tanner Donati, a leadoff single for Wesley Alleg.
Now back center fielder, number 10, Connor Powell.
So that'll bring up the center fielder Connor Powell for Wilmington. He is also 1 for 2 today. Also with a single in the first. Runner on first base. First pitch pops up down the third base line. Burkhart trying to feel for the fence. He doesn't need to. He will make the grab for out number 1.
Now batting first baseman, number 30, from Kennesaw State, Cam Sudo.
So with a runner on and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning, that'll bring up the first baseman Cam Sudo for Wilmington. He has been the difference so far, has all 3 RBIs. They all came on a 3-run home run in the first inning. Throw back to first base, not in time to get Alleg. He will remain there. The pitch. That one in the zone for strike 1. And another throw back to first base. Alec able to get back in time. Alec does not have a stolen base attempt this season. He's played in 5 games with the Sharks so far. That one hit into right field. Trouble if it's fair. It's fair. It's trouble. Alec heading into third base. He is being waved around. The batter, Sudo, heading into third base. It is an RBI triple for him. And Sharks able to respond. They get a run back. It is now 4-1. Well, actually, before I say that, it looks like the ball went under the wall. And we saw Josh Williams put his hands up. So actually a fortunate break for the Mingos. They'll go down as a double. So runners on just second and third for Wilmington. So for now, the score will remain 3-1. Runners on second and third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jacob Tobias, the DH, up. First pitch, hit into right field. That will get down in front of the right fielder Williams. His throw home is cut off by the first baseman Alvarez. 2-run score. Sharks take a 5-1 lead. A 2 RBI single for Jacob Tobias. Mingos now down by 4. So run on first base for Wilmington. The pitch outside for ball 1. Waylon Walsh now up. And now pitching for the Mingos is TJ Dimitru just finished his junior season at Suffolk University. Suffolk, I should say. My apologies. Making his first appearance with the Mingos. Dimitru made 8 appearances and 7 starts in the last college season through 41 innings. Had a 5.27 ERA. So that one is hit down the right field line. It will land in shallow right field. Runner going from first to third. He will do just that. So Tobias will ease into third base. A single for Waylon Walsh. Runners on the corners for the Sharks.
Now batting second baseman, number 3, Andre Vidal.
Dimitru had 6 walks and 25 strikeouts this past college season. Is making his first appearance with the Flamingos. And so far it hasn't been an ideal start. He's given up 2 runs already and has 2 more runners aboard. With the second baseman Andre Vidal now up. Throw back to first base, not in time. Walsh able to stay at first. Chase Albus in the on-deck circle. Pitch to Vidal. Missing the zone. And we'll start off 1-0. Vidal 1 for 2 today. Singled in the first and struck out his last time up. Another throw back to first to check in on Walsh. And once again, he is able to get back. Walsh at first base does not have a stolen base attempt this season. He's played in 8 games with Wilmington. That one is skied into foul territory. Will be a foul ball. And the count will even up at 1-1. Tobias at third, Walsh at first. Mingo's down 5-1. The Sharks sensing blood in the water, trying to expand their lead. For that, Dimitru going back to check in on Walsh once more. And once again, Walsh able to get back. So an even 1-1 count to the righty Vidal. Here's the pitch. He squares around to bunt. He pokes one down the first base line. Runner going from third. No play. Dimitri will go to first instead to get out number 2. But another run scores for Wilmington. It is now 6-1 Sharks.
Now batting left fielder, number 22, from East Stroudsburg, Chase Albus.
So the Mingos trade an out for a run. Now up to 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But they are now down 6-1 to Wilmington. The left fielder Chase Albus digging in. First pitch, outside, bouncing in front of the catcher Chonik. Throw to third is not in time. Heads up base running from Waylon Walsh. Another run 90 feet away for the Sharks. Albus with a walk his last time up. 0 for 1 on the day. His lone at bat was a strikeout. Pitch from Dimitru in the zone, strike 1. The catcher Tommy Sheridan in the on-deck circle. We'll see if he comes up. There are 2 outs in the inning. 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2. Mingo infield playing back with 2 outs in the inning. The pitch, finding the outside part of the zone. Count evens up at 2-2. So 2-2 count to Albus. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Mingo's looking to keep the deficit at 5 runs. The pitch outside. Ball 3. Count runs full. There is a righty warming up in the Wilmington bullpen. See if there's a new pitcher after the half inning. Payoff pitch from Dimitru. Taken 4, strike 3. The first strikeout for TJ Dimitru, painting the outside corner, but damage done by the Wilmington Sharks. They get 3 across. They're up 6-1 after 5. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the 6th here at the Shark Tank. Josh Williams will be leading things off for the Mingos as we enter the top of inning number 6. A new arm for Wilmington. It is the righty Trey Miller. First pitch to Williams called a ball. Start off 1-0 to the lefty Williams. Miller making appearance number 6 on the year, all of which have come in relief. Has thrown 4 2/3 so far this season. An ERA 3.85. Is that 1-0 pitch, a bouncer ricocheting off of the plate down the third base line. Go down as a ball, and we'll start off 2-0 against the right fielder Josh Williams. Miller last threw a few days ago, July 12th, against Morehead City. Through 1 inning of shutout ball. Faced the minimum 3 batters, had a walk and a strikeout. So I'm assuming he had a double play mixed in there as well. 2-0 pitch to Williams. That one downstairs for ball 3. Williams today 0 for 2. Popped out to the pitcher his first time up and struck out looking his last time up. 3-0. That one taken for strike 1. I will say that last strikeout that Williams had, it came on a 3-2 pitch. I personally did not find it a strike, but the home plate umpire did, and that is what is most important. That 3-1 pitch in the dirt, that one's certainly a ball. First walk of the day for Josh Williams. He will make his way towards first, the leadoff man on for the Mingos. So recapping the day for the Sharks starter Tyler Stilson. through 5 innings, only gave up 1 run. The RBI single from Paulie Mancino. Gave up 6 hits, had no walks, and 4 strikeouts. First pitch to Colby Thorndike on the outside part of the plate, called strike 1. Thorndike looking for his first hit as a Flamingo. Did reach base once yesterday, reached on an error from the shortstop. Runner on first. On and off just about everything weather-wise. To the stadium for today's game. We saw a brief rain shower time hit for the Chanticleer. He was an on as well as 18 doubles, 48 RBIs total. Burkhart struck out his last time up. He does have a single today. Single here would bring in a couple of Flamingos. Pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. This certainly feels like a gotta-have-it moment for the Florence Flamingos. Runners on second and third, no outs. Down 6-1. You got to get something here. No 2 count to the righty Burkhart. The pitch, a half swing. Did he go? He did. A 3-pitch strikeout from Trey Miller brings us to 1 out here in the 6th inning. Flamingos have 2 more outs to work with to try to dig into this 5-run deficit. It'll bring up the first baseman, Enrique Alvarez. First pitch to him. Waiting on the call. I don't think I saw one from the home plate umpire. I did not, so it will go down as a ball. 1-0 to lefty Alvarez. The view here from center field at Buck Hardee Stadium that's crushed into left field, approaching the warning track. The running catch will be made by Albus for the out. Both runners tagging up. The throw to third, not in time. 1 run will score for Florence. Williams able to advance, and Thorndike able to advance to third. So sacrifice fly for Enrique Alvarez is now a 6-2 lead for the Sharks. So it'll be up to the catcher, Jackson Schoenick, to bring in Thorndike from third base. Before that, though, it looked like the head coach for Wilmington was exiting the dugout. It wasn't to make a pitching change, it was to check in on his left fielder, Albus. Ran to the wall at the very end of that catch. Didn't look like anything too out of the ordinary, so he is okay. And we will move on. First pitch to Chonik in the zone for strike one. Chonik today 1 for 2. He singled in the second inning. Flew out to the right fielder, Coley, his last time up. Curveball, that one chopped off of his foot. Go down as a foul ball. So Mingo's down to their last strike of the inning, with the runner 90 feet away. Florence was able to get a couple of runners on after being down to their last strike in the last inning. Malloy Hegney with a single on a 1-2 count, and Paulie Mancino was able to bring in Hegney on a 2-2 count, an RBI single into right field. It is a 0-2 count to Chonik. The pitch skied into right field, and Cully will make the catch for out number 3. So Mingo's leave a runner on third base, but they're able to bring one more home. A sacrifice fly from Enrique Alvarez makes it a 6-2 Wilmington lead as we enter the bottom half of the 6th inning. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Lefty TJ Dimitri remaining in to pitch for the Mingos. He'll be facing 8-9, then the top of the order for Wilmington as we enter the bottom half of inning number 6. Mingos able to get one across in the top half of the inning. It is a 6-2 deficit for Florence. The first pitch to the catcher, Tommy Sheridan, in the zone for strike number 1. And Dimitri working quickly. That one swung on and missed for strike number 2. Sheridan today 0 for 2. He struck out swinging his last time up. He is a strike away from back-to-back strikeouts. 0-2. That one bouncing past home for ball number 1. I have noticed in the first outing for the lefty Dimitri, he will definitely mix up his timing as he goes quicker here. 1-2, chop towards third base. Burkhart will get it on the hop. The throw to first is in time for out number 1. I guess for a good comparison, it reminds me a little bit of Carlos Rodon for the New York Yankees as far as his willingness to mix up the batter's timing. Sometimes he'll go a little quicker. Sometimes he'll stay in his stance for a split second as that first pitch to Coley is bunted down the third base line, trending foul, and that's where it will land for strike number 1. as someone that grew up in Cincinnati and is a very avid Reds fan, for better or for worse, I know Johnny Cueto is kind of the king of that as far as mixing up the timing and rhythm of hitters in the batter's box. 0-1. That one hit towards the right side of the infield, off the glove of Thorndike and into shallow right field. Foley will make his way towards the first base. It was going to be a very tough play for the diving first baseman Enrique Alvarez. It bounced off of his glove. And the second baseman, Hegney, he was there, but kind of took a bad hop in his direction, so he couldn't come up with it, and it landed in shallow right field for the single. Go down as an error on the first baseman, Enrique Alvarez. Close call either way on that one. I don't necessarily have a problem with that ruling. The top of the order up for Wilmington. Wesley Allig up for the 4th time tonight. First pitch from him called strike 1. Allig with a couple of singles today. It's 2 for 3. 0-1. That one hit into left field. Make it 3 for 4. One hopping the left fielder Donati. He will throw it in. It bounced off of the glove of the relay man Quigley, but no attempt from Coley at second base to advance in under 90 feet. No need to get greedy. So runners on second and first base for the Sharks. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a very strong day for the leadoff man Wesley Allig. Is 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. He will pass the baton onto the center fielder Connor Powell. He is 1 for 3 with a single. That was in his first at bat. Dimitru set and delivers. Pitch number 1 in for strike number 1. Would really need to get an out here, at least one. Don't want to have the bases loaded for the first baseman Cam Sudo. Has 4 RBIs tonight, or today I should say. So that pitch is outside for ball 1. I think everyone's had trouble today with it being a day game instead of saying tonight's ball game or this hitter's doing this and this tonight. Kind of a bad habit we all have to break today. So that 1-1 pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to the lefty Powell. Third baseman Burkhart playing about even with the bag. Middle infield double play depth with 1 out. Runners on second and first for Wilmington. Coley at second, Allig at first. The pitch outside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count to the lefty Powell. Runners on second and first. Pitch from Dimitru. Bouncer just beyond the plate. Well low. It'll be a walk for Connor Powell. And now the base is loaded with Sharks. And probably the last hitter you would want to pick if you're the Florence Flamingos is stepping in for the Sharks. It is the first baseman Cam Sudo. He has 4 RBIs tonight. He has a 3-run home run in the first. As that one is weakly hit towards the pitcher. No play at home. A jumping throw to first is not in time. Another RBI for Cam Sudo. And Wilmington now up 7-2. I guess that's how you know if you're having a really good day today. If you're Cam Sudo, first at bat, he absolutely crushes one in the left center gap for a home run. But you know you're really feeling it, and you're really in the zone when you could have a weakly hit ball like that. That didn't travel more than 10 feet in front of the plate, and it'll go down as an RBI anyway. So Sudo is now up to 4 RBIs. I made a mistake. His double that he had today sent runners to second and third. It originally was an RBI, it was a triple, but after the ball got beneath the wall, it was ruled a ground rule double. So it was an RBI, was taken away, but Sudo is indeed up to 4 RBIs in today's ball game. As the at-bat begins to the DH Tobias, it is a 2-1 count to him. Bases once again loaded. Sharks once again smelling blood in the water. Here's a 2-1 pitch from the lefty Dimitru, and it is fouled straight back. The count evens up. Just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, but the silver lining for the Mingos, you are 1 pitch away from ending the inning should you get a double play. 2-2. Just missing outside, certainly didn't miss by very much, and the count will run full. Breaking pitch from the lefty hurler, and we'll do this dance again, this time a full count. Payoff pitch coming, 1 out, here it is. Now when dribbled down the third base line, hits the base of the Flamingo dugout, will creep its way in for a foul ball. Waylon Walsh, the shortstop in the on-deck circle. Now another payoff pitch to Tobias. Here it is. That one hit a line drive right to second base. They'll flip to second in time for out number 3. The Mingos were 1 out or 1 pitch away from a double play, and they get it. A screamer towards Hegney at second base. He grabs it, flips it to Quigley, who is covering the bag. He is able to get Powell out, and that is how the inning will end. So Wilmington able to get 1 more across, but they leave them loaded after 6. Mingos down 7-2. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. More baseball on the way. Entering inning number 7 here at the Shark Tank. Mingos down 7-2. They'll be facing a new arm for Wilmington. It is Sean Smith. He's the hometown kid. He's from Wilmington, North Carolina. Just finished his junior season at UNC Pembroke, and it appears is making his first appearance as a Wilmington Shark. Can't find any stats on him on the CPL season, so I'm going under the assumption he is making his debut. So his first pitch to Tanner Donati is fouled back. And we'll start off with an 0-1 count. Donati 0 for 2 today. Flew out to the right fielder Coley, his last time up. Mingo's down 5, the 0-1 pitch, outside for ball 1. Still a nice crowd here at Buck Hardee Stadium in Wilmington on this Kids Day. 1-1. That one hit straight into center field, approaching the warning track, and the catch will be made by the center fielder Powell about 15-20 feet from my left, and a little farther in, go down as out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down to begin the 7th inning. The bottom of the order, Malloy Hegney digging in for Florence. I guess one advantage you do have broadcasting from center field compared to behind home, as that first pitch misses the zone, will be a 1-0 count to Hegney, is that you could tell immediately if a ball's going to get out of here or not. The home run we saw from Sudo in the first inning, you kind of knew off the bat as it started to fly into the outfield. You knew it had the distance. It's that 1-0 pitch missing outside, getting past the catcher Sheridan. 2 balls and no strikes to the righty Hegney. But on that last ball from Donati, if you're behind home off the bat, you might think that has enough, as that's crushed down the third base line, but foul for strike 1. You kind of knew off the bat that wasn't going to have the distance for Tanner Donati, and you get a nice view of the center fielder making the catch pretty much right in front of you. It's definitely a little different, but honestly, I don't completely mind it. So 2-1 count to Hegney. Singled his last time up. The pitch missing the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike to the second baseman. Top of the order, Mancino up next. 3-1 pitch. That one chopped down the third base line. Gloved by Allig. The throw to first is in time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down to start off the 7th inning. The lineup flips over. Paulie Mancino digging in for the 4th time tonight. Has a single and a double. Mancino having a pretty good day so far. Has 1 RBI, came on his single his last time up. Brought Hegney in. First pitch to him, swung on and missed, and we'll start off 0-1. Shortstop Anthony Quigley in the on-deck circle. 0-1 in the zone for strike 2. So Mingo's down to their last strike of the inning. See if Mancino can keep them alive and pass it on to Quigley. The 0-2. It's fouled straight back. Count will remain the same.
That foul ball is presented by Novus Glass. Don't have your day shattered. Paul, Novus Glass.
So recapping the day for the second pitcher, Trey Miller, through 1 inning, gave up 1 run and 1 hit, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Pitch from Sean Smith, curveball, swung through for strike number 3. So Mingos go down in order. It's time to stretch here in Wilmington. Mingos remain down 7-2. Bottom of the 7th here in Wilmington. A new pitcher for the Flamingos is the righty Zeph Arnold out of Flodar. He is making his 3rd appearance for the Mingos, all of which are coming in relief. He has thrown 1 2/3 so far, has given up 3 runs and 2 hits, has 4 walks and no strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .333 against the righty. First pitch from him, a bouncer right beside the plate, and we'll start off 1-0 to the lefty Waylon Walsh. That one called strike 1. The count will even up. Arnold last through game 2 of Sunday's doubleheader. He threw 1 inning, did not give up any runs or hits, had 1 walk and no strikeouts. He had 13 pitches, as that pitch misses low for ball number 2. 7 of those pitches in the last outing for Arnold were 4 strikes, which is a much better development than we saw from his previous outing. That one chopped towards the left side of the field. Quigley making a running throw. It is scooped up by Alvarez for out number 1. Alvarez, the ice cream man at first base, he's able to pick it. It is 1 up, 1 down in the bottom half of inning number 7. So that will bring up the second baseman, Andre Vidal, for Wilmington. He was able to get an RBI his last time up. That one, bouncer getting past the catcher, Chonik, will start off 1-0. Control has been the biggest issue for the righty Arnold, as the 1-0 pitch misses inside for ball 2. But if he's able to rein it in and throw enough pitches in the zone, or at least competitive pitches near the zone, his stuff is very good enough to be effective. That one is screamed towards Quigley at short. A diving play. A throw is in time. Scooped again by Alvarez. A double scoop at first base. 2 up, 2 down. The connection between Quigley and Alvarez strong here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That one a much tougher play for the shortstop Quigley. That one a screamer towards his left side. Made a couple of steps. Was able to field it off of the short hop. And able to make a strong throw to first. And Alvarez with a tremendous play to get low and scoop it from the ground in order to get the out. Arnold up 0-1 on the lefty Albus. Here's the pitch. That one screamed down the third base line. It is fair. Trending towards the left field corner. Hugging the wall and into the tube of the tarp. It will be a triple for Chase Albus. Kind of a weird play. The left fielder Donati put his hands up immediately as the ball entered the tube. I don't know if the umpire didn't see it or if it wasn't granted, but Donati had to go back in as the ball kind of bounced out and throw it back into the infield. That allowed Albus to get an extra base. It will be a 2-out triple for him. Certainly an odd play on the hit from Albus. But runner on third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The first pitch to Tommy Sheridan running inside very nearly clipped him, but he was able to move out of the way. It'll go down as a ball, 1 ball and no strikes to the catcher Sheridan. And the 1-0 pitch, curveball, called strike 1. Pretty good sequencing there from Zeph Arnold. You throw a pitch a little in. How about throwing a curveball that starts in? Hitter will be unlikely to swing at that. He tried to do it again, but that pitch did not break enough. It got the front shoulder of the righty Sheridan, and he will make his way towards first base. We can certainly understand the idea from the pitcher Arnold. The execution didn't quite match on that last pitch. Last pitch not breaking enough, So there'll be runners on the corners for the Wilmington Sharks. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The bottom of the order, Jacob Coley up. Or Jason Coley, I should say. My apologies. Arnold able to find the zone. Count starts off 0-1. Arnold from the stretch. The 0-1 is hit into the outfield. That will get down the shallow right center gap. 1 run will score to throw from Mancino to third base. The tag applied in time to get Sheridan. He was trying to go first to third, but he was caught. The run will score for Wilmington, so they will advance their lead to 8-2, but that's how the 7th inning will end. Mingo's down by 6. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Sean Smith remaining in to pitch for the Wilmington Sharks. It'll be a 2-hole hitter, Anthony Quigley, leading things off. It'll be Quigley, Williams, and Thorndike due up for the Mingos. First pitch off speed to the righty Quigley. Looks like it missed a little inside for ball number 1. Quigley 0 for 3 today. 1-0 pitch. Skied into the mostly cloudy sky here in Wilmington. Will go as a foul ball. Count will even up at 1-1. Most of the bleachers behind home plate here at the Shark Tank are emptying out. Seems like a lot of the groups are starting to file their way out of here as Quigley swings and fouls that one off for strike 2. But very good crowd here on this Tuesday morning game between the Mingos and the Sharks. 1-2. That one hit well into center field, but right into the glove of Powell for out number 1. Well hit, but not well placed. 1 up, 1 down to start off the 8th inning. And shout out to all of the people in Flowtown that are listening to the broadcast right now. Looks like we have some viewers that are listening back home. Really appreciate you guys listening. As Josh Williams is up, he dribbles that one towards second. A running throw made by Vidal. It is in time to get Williams for out number 2. That one a tougher play for Andre Vidal at second. Guy going towards his opposite direction towards second base and center field. Did the banana peel around the baseball, and while on the run made a strong throw towards first base. So far, quick inning. 4 pitches, 2 outs. First pitch to Thorndike fouled back for strike 1. Thorndike 1 for 3 today. Got his first hit as a Flamingo in his last at-bat. It was a double in the right center gap. Hit the base of the wall. 0-1. Not one missing, and the count will even up. Smith remaining into pitch. There is another righty warming up as Thorndike swings through that pitch. Count will go to 1-2. It looked like it was the righty Jackson Mitchell warming up in the Sharks bullpen, but he has since left, so might be up to Smith the rest of the way. It's been a quick inning. 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike number 3. So Mingos go down in order, heading into the bottom of the 8th inning here at the Shark Tank. Mingos down 8-2. Top of the order up for the Wilmington Sharks. It'll be Alec Powell and Pseudo digging in as they are up 8-2 on the Florence Flamingos. Flamingos need a clean sheet here and a bunch of runs in the top half of the 9th to stay in this ball game. So far tonight for Florence, it has been 2 runs and 7 hits, 1 error. Is on the first baseman Enrique Alvarez. For Wilmington, 8 runs and 12 hits, no errors for the Sharks today. First pitch, curveball from Zeph Arnold, missing a little inside for ball 1. And that's how the bottom of the 8th will begin here from the Shark Tank. 1-0 from Arnold. That one missing low and outside for ball 2. Wesley Alec today having a tremendous day in the batter's box. He is 3-for-4. All singles. Doesn't have any RBIs, but does have 2 runs scored. So that pitch missing upstairs from Arnold. It'll be a 3-0 count to the leadoff man, Alec. And here is that 3-0 pitch. That one taken for strike 1. Arnold able to limit the damage in the last inning as that last pitch missing for ball 4, a leadoff walk for Wesley Alec. Arnold gave up 2 hits and 1 run. Also had a walk as well, but did leave the bases loaded after the double play off the line out to the second baseman Hagney, and then the flip to Quigley to end the inning. So first pitch to Connor Powell. That one hit towards the first baseman Alvarez. Throw a second in time for one, but no one was covering first base. So they're just able to get the leadoff runner. One out here in the bottom of the 8th. It was a good play from Alvarez after getting the ground ball. He threw it directly to Quigley, who was covering second base, but there was no one covering first. Looked like Arnold forgot to make his way over there. The first pitch to Cam Sudo is taken for strike one. Otherwise, that probably would have been in time at first base. It would have been close, though. 0-1 to Sudo. That one hit into the right center gap. That's going to land well short of the warning track, and the catch is made by Josh Williams for out number 2.
Number 13,
so it'll be up to the DH, Jacob Tobias, to keep the inning going for the Sharks. Have a little delay. The two field umpires were meeting about something. I'm not quite sure what it was about, but it looks like it's over. And we will now move on. So runner on first base is Wesley Allig with the DH Jacob Tobias up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Mingo's down 8-2. First pitch fouled straight back over the bleachers behind home plate, and we'll start off 0-1. Up next for the Mingos, they'll take on the Martinsville Mustangs tomorrow night, Caroline Bank Field. Runner going from first. The throw is not in time. A little offline. Stolen base for Wesley Allig. A runner in scoring position for the Sharks. I believe that was the first stolen base of the season for the leadoff man Allig, and it was indeed not only the first stolen base, but the first stolen base attempt. That one bounced there in front of the dirt, but up the third base line, so Allig will remain at second. The pitch that Allig stole on was ruled a strike, the last one a ball, so 1-2 count to the lefty Tobias. Mingo's 1 strike away from sending it to the top half of the 9th. Seth Arnold set from the stretch and deals the pitch well outside for ball 2. So up next for the Mingos will be the Martinsville Mustangs at home, and then I don't know if I can call it a double header, maybe a 1.5 header in Lexington County. So that's fouled off. Count will remain 2-2. That will be on Thursday night. The first game will start at 5. They will be finishing that game that started with a 3-2 Florence lead. Anthony Quigley hitting a solo home run to get the party started in that one. Also kind of stole a run on the base paths that gave them that 3-2 lead. They'll start at 5. They'll start in the top of the 5th inning. That one is hit into right field. Williams dropping back at the warning track and will make the grab a couple steps ahead of the wall for out number 3. And that is how the 8th inning will end. Mingo's down 6. It'll be Burkhart, Alvarez, and Chonik due up after this break. Stay with us here on Flamingo Radio. Top of the ninth here at the Shark Tank. Mingo's down 8-2. It'll be Burkhart, Alvarez, and Chonik due up. They'll be facing a new pitcher, the righty Jackson Mitchell out of Binghamton. First pitch to Burkhart, missing a little low for ball number 1. Mitchell making his 9th appearance on the season. All of them have come in relief. He has thrown 8 1/3 so far. That one is chopped towards third. A running grab by Allig to throw first in time for out number 1. A good jump on the ball from Allig and a fluid throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. Mitchell coming into today's game with an ERA of 5.40. Has 6 walks and 10 strikeouts this season. Has given up 5 runs and 8 hits. He last threw Sunday against Wilson. The first pitch to Alvarez misses low for ball 1. Net outing, Mitchell threw 1 1/3. Gave up 1 run and 1 hit. Had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts against the Tops. As that 1-0 pitch is swung through, the count will even up at 1-1 to the lefty Alvarez. Sharks currently in 4th place in the Eastern Division in the CPL. That 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. Coming into today's game with a record of 15-17. They were behind Peninsula, Wilson, and Moorhead City. They're the first team out of the playoffs on the eastern side. So that 2-1 is waved and missed. 2-2 count to the lefty Enrique Alvarez. Jackson Chonik in the on-deck circle awaiting the result. And here comes the 2-2. Curveball taken for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down for Jackson Mitchell. And he goes down to their last out. It'll be up to Jackson Chonik to get the potential all-time rally going for the Florence Flamingos. Wilmington up 2-1 in the season series as the first pitch misses to Chonik. They will meet a couple more times, both of them in Florence, one on July 28th and one on August 1st. So both those games in the last week of the season. So that 1-0 pitch misses. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes to Chonik. This will be the last time that the Mingos will be visiting the Shark Tank this season. 2-0 from Mitchell. That one low for ball 3. Up next for Wilmington, they will take on the Holly Springs Salamanders for a doubleheader here at Buck Hardee. First game at 5 o'clock, second listed at 7:05, but I'm guessing it will be 30 minutes after the first game ends, as that 3-0 pitch is taken outside. A 4-pitch walk for Jackson Chonik, runner on base for the Mingos. And then after that, Thursday, Wilmington will head to Wilson to take on the Tobbs. And Friday night, they will take on Wilson, this time here at the Tank. And then Saturday, they will head to Holly Springs. Then they'll be off until Wednesday. So a nice 3-day break for the Sharks coming up. First pitch to Terrence and Noddy, missing the zone. Start off 1-0. The Mingos don't exactly have that luxury. They'll be playing until Tuesday. Then they have the off day on Wednesday. And they play 5 more games after that. Tomorrow will be against the Martinsville Mustangs at home. And Thursday will be that doubleheader against Lexington County. Friday will be Holly Springs at home. And Saturday will be against the Macon Bacon at home. Couple of balls from Jackson Mitchell to the lefty Terrence Donati. It'll be a 3-0 count to him. 7 straight balls thrown by Jackson Mitchell after the strong start. Looking for the last out of the game. 3-0, taken for strike 1. He's able to find the zone, and the streak ends at 7. The Sharks dugout, everyone's at the end on top of the fence, waiting for the final out. 3-1 pitch, taken for strike 2. So down 3-0, Mitchell is able to throw a couple in the zone and run the count full to the lefty Donati. Looking for their 3rd win against the Flamingos this season. Payoff pitch coming from the righty Mitchell. Here it is. Runner goes, and it's fouled back. And we'll do this dance one more time. Malloy Hegney in the on-deck circle. Donati's looking to pass the baton on to him. Payoff pitch again. It is swung on and missed for strike number 3. That is how today's ball game will end. Wilmington takes on the Mingos, and they get the win 8-2. Winning pitcher for Wilmington tonight, it will be Tyler Stilson. Losing pitcher tonight for the Mingos, it is the starter Logan Voles in his first start of the year. He gave up the 3-run home run to Cam Sudo in the first. It was all Sharks after that. They beat the Mingos 8-2, and they will improve their record to 16-17 on the season. Final totals for both teams. For Florence, they get 2 runs and 7 hits and 1 error. For Wilmington, they get 8 runs on 13 hits. No errors for the Sharks today defensively. All of the kids here today for this Kids Day will go home happy. The Sharks are winners. They're up 3-1 over Florence in the season series. Next game for the Flamingos will be tomorrow night in Flowtown against the Martinsville Mustangs. You can catch that game on Flow Sports at 7 o'clock. Stream will start around 6:55 or so. Next time you could join us on Flamingo Radio will be Thursday evening around 5 o'clock to end the suspended game that started last Saturday night, and then we'll start the doubleheader about 30 minutes after that one concludes. As for now, this is Brian Miller signing off from Flamingo Radio. So thankful you all are joining us here on this Tuesday matinee. Hope to see you tomorrow night as the Mingos look to improve.